Here we are, back to work on Smokey. Now I got to tell you guys, I have not a lot to do to this truck to help Dad get it going. You know, because Dad's just doing what he can, so it's not a high progress thing. There's a truck show in Prince George, a show and shine this next weekend. So I should be taking low and slow and getting the front interior back in it and washing it all up. I also thought about taking Kenny. If you watched a video that I put out on my other channel, Mike's Garage, you'll know I took the deck off of Kenny to put on the old Chevy truck. You know, and being that I got the parts truck for the back end, you know, rear diffs for Kenny. So that's going to start happening. But I said we are going to work on Smokey until he's running and the interior's in. So that's what I'm going to do. As much as I want to do the others, I might still take a truck to the truck show, but it ain't going to be up to the standards that I'd like it to be. But I want to get this interior in. So engine wise, we're not working on the engine today. Might have found, thanks to a subscriber, another engine to replace it, and it's going to be a whole lot cheaper than rebuilding. So if that works out, I'll probably go that way. I just got to run the numbers on a rebuild because, you know, I think I can get a jobber rebuild fairly cheap, affordable. I don't know. I haven't priced one out yet. But talking with mechanics at work, they said, being that, you know, it smashed the valves in that I should change the oil cooler and the oil pump because debris has probably gone through both of those. But we'll delve into that in another episode, pull some rod caps off, see how they look. You know, maybe I can still rebuild it. I'd love to rebuild it. It would be easier than pulling the engine. But the reality is you got to figure out what's the most cost effective because, you know, if I was working this truck, I'd probably just, well, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably rebuild it properly. Or maybe I'd buy the 14 liter that I know about. But I don't really want a 14 liter. I want a 12.7 that's really good on fuel. Because if I'm going to take this truck to a truck show in the US one day, we need her to just cruise down the highway, sipping on some fuel. Cruising, actually, you know, that'd be if I'm driving a Pete. So if I'm driving the Kenworth, I gotta sit up in my seat. So I'd be cruising down the highway in my Aerodyne. Gonna go to truck shows, let it shine. Oh yeah. Mike the truck nuts coming to town. Check out his Sorry, I can stop. Anyways, so I also discovered that this super clean degreaser seemed to work good for taking smoke off. I can't remember which panel I was working on. I think it was that one. So this, yeah, I was doing this one. There's still some goo in areas that I didn't but anyways, it worked good is what I'm saying for getting at the smoke. And now the first panels that I need to go back in is this one on the roof. I don't think I'm going to paint it out here. What I will do, I want to clean, now Tucker cleaned this one up for me, but we missed in here a little bit. So I want to just go over it with some of that super clean degreaser, just to make sure that it's as clean as possible to get the smoke off. And then I'm going to take some of that primer that I have and prime the inside, strictly for one reason, to try and eliminate as much or any smoke smell as I can. And the other panels, well, they're coming along. So we're going to clean them as we go and we're going to start putting them in because, like I said, we're going to get this running and driving come heck or high water. Ugh. And if we check out the inside, it actually looks really good. You know what? Other than I got a paint run there. And I should have masked this off, but it's just got a little bit of overspray on it. And I might use Worth flat black paint. I know, I said I was going to use a semi-gloss, but I'm not really thrilled with the spray on the trem clad. You know, if I was being a real professional, I'd mix up some paint and do it all at once. But you know what? I'm not a real professional. This is budget 101, man. So Yeah, and most of it's going to be covered up by upholstery anyways. It's just a few spots that that stick out. So anyways, let's get to it. So something I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to make a bit of a concoction with the degreaser, maybe a little bit of soap and a touch of water. Just because I want to make the degreaser last as much as I can. Because it's not cheap. That's what we're going to do, man. Okay. Hey, good thing there's a stick here. Try that. I know what you're thinking. Mike, do you need all these cleaners? Well, I don't know, but we're gonna give it a go. A little bit of spray 9. Works good for taking bugs off. Little Mr. Clean household cleaner. Smells good. Lemony fresh. And here's a little trick. If you've got something where you have greasy windows, like a self-floater or anything that could put grease on your window, put a little Mr. Clean, and actually it works good for a car too. Put a little Mr. Clean in your windshield washer tank, and it cuts the grease off your windshield. Works great, and it smells nice when it sprays. Just don't do too much, because then it just gets soapy. But you put a little bit in, cuts the grease. We'll give that a go. Yeah, so back when I had my self-floating logging truck, and you'd have the hook on the front, you'd get grease fall off the boom, and it would hit your window, and it's a gob of grease. And what worked really good, Mr. Clean, and it took the grease right off. If it was a big gob, it took a little bit of work, but it worked. Okay. The only thing I'm hoping is I didn't muck it up by diluting it. Just gonna try a little bit of straight degreaser and just see. My hands are too soapy now. Well, the concoction I made didn't work as good because it was too soapy. Seems like for the degreaser to really work on the smoke, it needs to be just degreaser, like full strength. So anyways, we're gonna let this dry, and I got a couple rivets to drill out there, and it won't take long to dry in this weather, and then we'll start putting stuff in. Drillio! Easy peasy, lemon a squeezy. Okay, there's that. On to the next thing. I gotta show you the difference, guys, that this degreaser is making. So this is where I've cleaned, and that's, I mean, I sprayed it on and I started, and then I thought I should show you guys the difference. Cleaned, not cleaned, and I got to do that corner and that edge. But while I was scrubbing this, I noticed it looks like it has plastic on it. Could it be that of course my fingers are all greasy. I think there's a plastic protective layer on this aluminum that was never peeled off from new. So I'm going to see if I can peel that off. Check it out. It is plastic. What are the odds on that? Crazy. Right from new, never peeled off. Who knew? So I'm going to do that, but first, my first panels that I washed and cleaned are dry. Thanks to the sun. So, and I did this one, I didn't film it because, let's face it, how exciting is it watching someone wash? So I'm going to hit these with primer on all the back edges and let that dry, and then we can start putting stuff in once it's dry. And like this is on the front side, so I'm not going to paint those until they're actually in the truck, because you're going to have rivets, and it's these areas where I think the vinyl upholstery meets that'll show black. So, but anyways, the parts that we're not going to see, we're going to hit them with primer, not going to paint them black, and just to try and mitigate any smoke smell. This is crazy. So this panel that I was showing you how well the degreaser worked, the backside still had the plastic on it. From 1994 it's been on there. So yeah, that makes my job just a little bit easier, because now I just have to wash it, because you can see there's, you know, smoke residue that flakes off, and that's a win. And you can see I'm priming stuff to go in, because oh yeah, it's going in. Will it make it in this episode? I sure hope so. If not, there'll be another episode. I need to go get a drink because the sweat is running into my eyes and I'm getting a little thirsty. But it's coming along. Okay guys, you got to check this out. I've been spray painting some panels. You know, so this one is the cupboard. Anyways, yeah, so that's behind the passenger seat. And the other side is black. And this is the inside of behind the passenger seat, and then that's the other side. But yeah, I'm running low on primer, so that's good. Those can sit and dry. But check this out. The hinges were all smoky for the upper bunk doors. I set them in the bucket of my concoction, and it totally took the paint off. I had no idea that would happen if I just left it in there. Now, I don't think I need to take the paint right off, because I'm not, what's the word I'm looking for? These aren't visible, so it's not like it's a problem. And I'm gonna hit them with paint, but it shows you how much that degreaser works and how good it works. The, what's it called? Super clean. Because it'll get it so clean, there's no paint left on it. But the cool thing about that is I have some small pieces for the door. Dad's just out there cutting some trees. We moved over a container so he can put stuff in it, but where is it? Yeah, right here. So I've got that'll go on. I don't know if I should put that in there or not. I mean, I clean that. Well, I'll try cleaning it again, but these parts, this is all the latches for the door, the bits, these striker plates, the name tag, these hinges, and they're all rusty from the smoke or corroded. So I'm gonna put them in the bottom of the bucket and just let them soak and see what happens. So I'm gonna go do that. I'll see if there's any other parts that I could do. Maybe with some screws, because if it takes the you know, the rust off too, well then I can use some of my screws that are rusted and not have to buy new ones. But you can see how I got this primed. On the inside, I'll do the outside, you know, when everything is in there, because I want to be able to paint the rivets. And the other thing I'm going to do is, instead of using just aluminum rivets, and I'm a little concerned how this is going to work on those bigger pieces, I got these things. They're called mono bolts, and they're basically like a super strong rivet, but I'm told it's like a grade 8 bolt, but in a rivet. So I'm hoping that it holds stronger than the aluminum rivets, because the one problem with K100s is the things come loose. I think because the fiberglass waves and, you know, aluminum rivet, I've already found with the aluminum rivets, and I've seen it or shown it in the other episodes, where they come loose, and that's really annoying. So I'm gonna try these because they hold tight. I just hope that it doesn't crunch the fiberglass too bad. Because if it does that, then I might have to use aluminum for the top, or stainless / aluminum rivet. So hopefully not, but we'll see. So I'm gonna go put that stuff in my bucket of slosh, and we'll see how it does cleaning it up here at the end of the day. I'm putting this magnetic tray of screws with a little bit of rust on it in there too, so see what happens. There's the other one of these. Bloop. There, now we'll just let that steep. Okay, I got this in there, and now we gotta stick it up there. The only kicker is this goes through it, so we can do it. I'll just, yeah, have to figure it out. Okay. And that doesn't fit. Really? Really? Okay. I'll be back. Okay, I think I'm gonna use try the longer ones first. Let's see how they go through this roof. Yeah, definitely use the longer ones, like, God hates a coward. Good dunk. Ooh, that holds tight. Big chunk. And there's a couple of small ones over here. Okay, we can do this. Whew. I'm putting 1 or 2 in the center to hold it. That's not going in all the way.
Are those the bigger block rivets?
Yeah. That's not working. might have bits left in them. Oh, that one worked. So, I guess you guys can't see. Over in this corner, up top, where these, there's some rivets up here. I use some shorter ones. I think, since these center ones are holding so good, I'll do these ones on the side, and I think I'll start putting that side in before I put in all that brrr, brrr, so that way I can get her all kind of lined up. Okay. Oh, banging my head. It's getting tighter in here now. Why I probably shouldn't get too carried away putting too many of the big rivets in. You know, let's leave that there. I love how hard those ones ka-chunk. Where'd my other rivet go? Oh, it's here somewhere. Just don't know where. Ah, it's okay. Yeah, I like that ka-chunk. One thing I like, I've got a pop rivet gun and the head swivels for getting into tight spots. I think this is going to be handy, as long as I can squish these big mono bolts. Am I just too wimpy or what? Might be. Really don't want to have to use regular ones because I think this is going to be crucial for structure. Well, yeah, there we go. Oh, son of a dickens. Oh, it's hard. Oh well, nobody said it would be easy, Mike. Never underestimate how grateful we are for air tools. Oh, and I really want to use these because if it's that hard, it's pulling it tight. So for structural rigidity, it's got me a little winded. A little bit winded, he says. All right. I'm tough. I'm strong. I can do it. Hopefully it's not too hard on my... There we did it go? There. That made it a lot easier. So now, should I put another one of those in? Maybe.
Success!
It's getting hot in here. Yeah. I love it when a plan comes together. Hot in here. Yep, she's hot in here. You know what? I wonder if I should, because I might have to get this top piece in here for the bunk first, you know, before one of these goes up. Well, it's got to get in there. We'll make it work. Come heck or heck water. I'll get this one. Goes this way. I'm sweating, guys. I need another water. I don't know how you guys in Australia do it. It's only like 30 degrees outside, and I don't think it's even that hot. Well, it's probably 30 something in here, but anyway, you know what? Sweat it out. That's what I say. So I think one of the challenges is remembering where everything goes. I thought I screwed up. I thought there was a panel that has to go in. Well, there is a panel that has to go in behind there to support that. But I think I can do it without having to put that all in. So I have to clean a few more pieces is what I'm getting at to get in behind there, but I'm grateful that I didn't, you know, miss them. And I got to put this on that side, because this will be for the bed, and I got to put the piece in across here, but I'll have to drill out these rivets so I can put in new rivets. So yeah, I'm leaving these out for a little bit, just in case guy has to redo it. And then I can put this one together too. So yeah. Actually, the other thing I'm going to do right now is run these wires into there, and then I always like to sniff everything to see how smoky it is. Is that weird? Might be a little weird, but let's shove this in here. Come on. What's that one do? Not sure. Spotlight, baby. Well, these need to get over there. This needs to go up some more. Okay, that should do it for now. Not sure what the center one is for. Maybe it was in case you had another light, dome light. What's it say? Does it say anything on it? Well, that's a ground. What's that say? 967DM. It's pinky with a yellow stripe. I'll have to figure that one out. For now, we will leave it up there, because these will go there, and those ones will come out down there. So if you see, I got just enough to hook up those, and they go on the inside. They go on the inside up there, and then over, and then up. Could be a little tricky. Might have to do that before I put this panel on. But she's coming together, boys. She's coming together. Just about got everything cleaned up. But sun's starting to go down. It's getting the twilight hour. Happy hour. I don't know. There. Now these screws, I'm gonna put them in the magic sauce. Let's hope it's magic sauce, because I'd really like to reuse all these bolts. Clean them up and paint them. It's amazing how corrosive the smoke is. It is. I think that's, I'll go put this away. Okay. Wonder. Let's clean this bad boy up. I got some flat black paint to try out, but I don't like it. It's not going to work for the interior. You know, it'll work for the back of things, which maybe I could use that instead of primer. You know what I mean? Because really all I'm doing with the primer on the back side of things is to seal any residual smoky smells. Try to mitigate it. And you know, I really have to thank the day cab company for for the interior that's going to go in this, because if it wasn't for them and helping out with the interior, I would have scrapped Smokey. I got to tell you, it's a ton of work. But and if I had to buy any interior, I probably wouldn't be doing this. So big shout out to the Day Cab company for sponsoring the interior episodes. I greatly appreciate it, and I think you guys will too when you see what she looks like. So, and that's the biggest reason why we're doing the interior before paint on the outside and all the other stuff, because yeah. Okay. You know, it's kind of funny, guys. They say you can't. YouTube is a hard game. If you're doing it thinking you're gonna make a bunch of money, that's not the reason to do it. If you're doing it because you love what you're doing, that's the only way you'll stay in the game. And let me tell you, I've thought about quitting YouTube a number of times. Still plan on doing the truck stuff, just making videos and, you know, trying to earn money to do them all, and it's hard. But at the end of the day, I love it. The trucks, I really enjoy the videos. I enjoy all the support, and that's what it's all about. Creating community. Having like-minded individuals like yourselves that you know, are into trucks and all that good stuff. That's cool. Gotta stick together. Wonder why some of this goes easy and some of it doesn't. Like, it looks like, I wonder if I had a pressure washer on it. I did have a pressure washer on it, you know that? That's what would have done that. Jiminy crickets. Of course, there's stainage from having a mattress on it for a million miles, vibrating around. So I can probably put some of this together on the ground before I get it in the bunk. Get it in the bunk. Because I think, because I didn't know how it came apart, I can put the frame around that. Outside the sleeper. It'll be easier to do it on the outside than on the inside. Good enough. So this piece, I think, oh shoot. I have to drill out a rivet. Oh, look, there's a drill. Isn't that convenient? It's a lot harder to drill these than an aluminum rivet. Oops. I didn't put a star crack in my fiberglass. Oh yeah, because there's a rivet there. That's why it's not going down all the way. It's amazing how many pieces are tied into each other. It is. This isn't gonna happen on its own, Michael. Michael motorcycle. Go drill it from the other side. Oh. Which way is up? I'm sweating, guys. Starting to feel yucky, so I think I'm gonna call it. You can see I got monobolts all the way up there. I've got in there and all down over there. I put that plate on and I'm done. All right, guys, it's the next day. A couple days. Is it any cleaner? I don't know if that's cleaner. I mean, it's still rusty, but this looks better. Some of these are still rusty. I think I should try putting those in Coke. Isn't that what they say? Coca-Cola? This one. See, these are a lot cleaner, which is good. That one's actually, you can kind of see that it's melted. But she'll work. It's a lot cleaner than it was. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's gonna work. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. It's definitely cleaner, so. I don't know about these screws though. Check this out. The little chrome cappies that go in there. Yeah, it took the paint off of them, which was good because, yeah, now it looks better. And I'm gonna see if I have some Coke to put those in. All right, I've got some Coke. I've put the screws in a little bucket and I'm gonna put it in there. And we'll see if the Coke does what they say and eats the rusty stuff. Go. Let's put these pieces in too. I don't know if I should put these in or not. I don't think I'm going to, because I don't want them to get wrecked. So yeah, we'll leave that stuff there to soak and see how that does. Coca-Cola. And I did a little painting. So these are the interior panels to go above on each side. So I ended up going back to the trim clad semi-gloss. So I tried the flat, don't like the flat. So we'll see how it works, because I also did this, which is the inside of that storage cubby, and I really like how that turns out. So now this is just the inside, and it's drying right at the moment. And I'll figure out what to do to get the best finish for the back storage sink, because that's really the only part you're going to see a lot of. So yeah, because everything's going to be covered with upholstery. So anyways, I'm going to carry on. We'll catch you guys later.